I'm a 28-year-old Black and Filipino woman with alopecia. I am reweaving my life, and that will require unraveling from time to time. My professional accomplishments are reflective of my personal values and ethics. My personal life motivates my choices and dictates how I engage professional spheres. I am my harshest critic, calculating, anxious, exact, and begrudging. I am a grief-stricken, codependent person becoming aware of my traumas. I am a mom, always a mom. A neurotic person who is now a critically engaged mom. I am an avid reader and a concentric thinker. I'm an autoethnographer. Most frequently, I am read as a bald, potentially ill, likely queer, racially ambiguous teenager. If my son is present with me alone, I am these things with mom tacked on the end of this list. Kel says, quote, Ari's superpower is that she's able to draw courage from her love for other people, end quote. I am reweaving my life, and that will require unraveling from time to time. I know that my ambiguities can put people in a vulnerable position by rendering them keenly aware of their social biases, proximity to certain identities, and questions of their own. Accordingly, these vulnerabilities typically play out in two ways. The first, people cannot immediately assume how to interact with me safely. If someone does not know that I am Black, how racist can they be before accosted? If someone does not know my age, how paternalistic can they be? The second, people recognize the disarmament. No assumptions can be safely made. Fronting then feels impossible. Our vulnerabilities and idiosyncrasies can connect and create a vibe. I am reweaving my life, and that will require unraveling from time to time. What do you fear? Never achieving my full potential in the world, as well as another debilitating depressive episode while full-time parenting. Truthfully, it's less the depression than it is the responsibility to my child. The desire to succumb to the darkness pulls against the desire to be present and nurturing. I fear being ripped in half. I am managing some imposter syndrome in every area of my life. I do not seek to hide this, but I am only recently realizing that there are layers here I've been hiding from myself. To be alive is to, quote, gain clarity through doing, end quote. To be alive is to understand that, quote, the quest is to be liberated from the negative, which is really our own will to nothingness. And once having said yes to the instant, the affirmation is contagious. It bursts into a chain of affirmations that knows no limit. To say yes to one instant is to say yes to all of existence, end quote. And that's from Otto Hoffman. For me, to love means to stay and to respond. If space is what exists between 2 points, then holding space for myself necessitates a recognition of who I was in a moment, who I am upon reflection, and who I am becoming upon application. I breathe in self-assurance and exhale expectation and disappointment. This is a direct quote from a chapter I recently published in an anthology on care-based methods in school-based studies. I think it applies across every context of my life. Quote, the embrace of messiness and joy aligns with my conceptualization of care as a practice of holding space, which, according to Jacqueline Roebuck Sacco, quote, means, "My vulnerability meets your vulnerability with an open heart for the purpose of creating a safe moment in time where we can express authentically, courageously, and vulnerably in any way we choose, free of judgment, agendas, and expectations," end quote. Care performed and extended establishes reciprocal relationships that invite nuance and fluidity, and thus augments self-expansion and communal exploration. Play is how I extend love and thereby practice and embody an ethic of care. Play is our earliest form of holding space as care for another person, end quote. Where do your boundaries lie? I don't know yet. I'm working through this in therapy. Until then, everything is nebulous, trial and error. I believe we are all made of stardust, and to the stars we all return. One of my 10 daily self-written affirmations reads, "I know and believe that things are working in my favor. I am a central part of the bigger picture." I am reweaving my life, and that will require unraveling from time to time. Ariana Denise Brazier, PhD, is a Black queer feminist and smiley, sad mom girl. She is a play-driven community organizer and educator who is motivated to raise a joyous, free Black child. Ari received her doctoral degree in English, Critical, and Cultural Studies from the University of Pittsburgh in April 2021. Ari has been described by the people she loves as Southern, explosive, abstract, intricate, and awkward. As a researcher, Ari's work is centered on Black children and families living in poverty in the Southeast United States. She documents how Black child play functions as a grassroots method of community-based storytelling, teaching, and organizing. Motherhood continues to be a kaleidoscopic experience. All the while, her son Remix is the most evolutionary joy she has ever known.